How's everybody doing? Thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. I saw everyone joining in. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a real fun one. I got a special guest who's never been live before, or at least never been live at this capacity, and is a little nervous, but is going to do a tremendous job and going to have a little fun. But first, I got to put some rules out there. Thank you, Shayla, for tuning in. Got to put some rules out there. It's going to be interactive. Thank you, Brad, for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm going to ask a few questions and do understand that there's like a 5 to 10 second... This is going to be rough. A 5 to 10 second delay from the time that you post something until the time that I see it, all right? And if I don't call your name out, please type your name in, tell me where you're from, we'll get back, all right? But I got to understand, I need to know what the energy levels are, you know? Because the energy levels were they were fluctuating moments ago up until like right about now. However, you took me out of my element too, but it's okay. It's your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite bakers, Coach Clee coming at you. I got a special guest right now, but I need to know what the energy levels are like. So if you had a good day today, I need you to put a 1 in the comment section. Put a 1 in the comment section if you had a good day today. You know, that's how most people had some Monday. Some people had good days. Some people did not. I don't know. Something just beat. I'll get to it. Hold on. I got to put all of them out there. But thank you for jumping the gun. If you had... I don't believe in bad days, Takia. Thank you, Asia, for joining in. I don't believe in bad days, but you know, a lot of people you have bad days. I like to call them character building days because they're the type of days that you don't want to have, but you can learn a lot from them.
Can I just say something?
What would you like to say? Thank you, Coach Steve.
This is a character building day.
Yeah, I believe so. I was going to ask you that. If it's a character building day, I need you to put a 2. It looks like a peace sign. Put a 2 in the comment section. Put a 2 in the comment section if it's a character building day. You know, we need those kind of days because it makes you enjoy the outstanding days that much more. And if you had such an outstanding, stupendous, wonderful day, I need you to put a 0 in the comment section. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. It's kind of like this is a bubble, and you're right there in the middle of that bubble, and nothing can penetrate that bubble. It's outstanding. That's your own penetration. That's not outside force. Are you gonna put a 0 at the end of this live? I'm going to put a 1 at the end of this live. Brad's going to put a 0. He's had an outstanding day. It's Kia. What are you going to put at the end of this live?
I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure?
That depends on how you do.
Okay. Shayla's going to put a 0. Asia's going to put a 0. Everyone's having outstanding days, man. I hope you have an outstanding day, too. The reason I'm laughing is we've been friends since, what? You were in 7th grade, I was in 8th grade, long years ago. Jesse's on. Thank you for joining in. See, I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm physically trying to remember your real name. And it's hard because I know you by another name that I'm working so hard not to say because I know you don't want me to put it out there. I don't want a Freudian slip.
You got 1.
I got 1?
1.
What happens if it messes up?
I'll talk to you about that when we're done.
In honor of Women's History Month, thank you, Cindy, for joining in. We got this special guest. I'll introduce her in a minute. I want to give her a couple shout-outs real quick to a couple past guests. We got John Kinney. He's entertainer, Bald Boy Entertainment. Bald Boy Entertainment. He's been on the show. Check him out. I want to give a shout-out to Delon Wilborn. He's done a couple of shows and had a couple parties not too long ago. He's also in entertainment too. He goes by Debo, him and his band. And I want to give a shout out to Chris Harris with CNC Studios. He does hair and cuts hair, fashions and all that. I just want to give those shout outs real quick. Here we go. She just rolled her eyes too. You can roll your eyes and you can stomp your feet, but you're going to listen to the rhythm of this funky beat.
I know you didn't.
I sure did.
My stars.
This is a lifelong friend of mine. This is Takia Colston-Krow. She's a mother. She's a wife. Like I said, she's a lifelong friend. She is a Performance Excellence Outreach Coordinator. She has been a manager of many events. She is a high school musical producer that I think just wrapped up last week. Is that correct?
Correct.
And an Army veteran. So since we can't do applause, can we get some thumbs up, some likes, and some hearts real quick, please? Wait till you see the hearts come through. I think they're really cute. Hopefully you'll think they're cute too. I don't know. You know, see, it takes a while. You see, they're coming now. Like I said, there's a 5 to 10 second delay.
Bradley, so I don't know.
Not all, no. Yeah, there's some from Bradley. Yep, he's back there laughing. I appreciate it. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So, Takia.
Yes.
thank you for coming in. Thank you for letting me be your first live host.
Thank you for dragging me here.
You're absolutely yes. You're stepping out of your comfort zone, correct? Mm-hmm. And you are going to motivate somebody. You're going to touch somebody's life, and you don't even know it. I'm
going to touch your life too.
You already have. Mm-hmm. You already have. I'm in fear right now. I'm hot. I'm sweating and got the fan on. I almost said it. Takia, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, please?
What would you like to know specifically, Clee?
Oh, man. Why don't you tell me, where are you from? What are your motivators? What do you like to do? What do you do for enjoyment? What do you do to motivate yourself, motivate others?
It's a lot of questions.
That is.
You want to start all over again with the first one?
Yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Where are you from?
I'm from Harrisburg.
Mm-hmm.
Went to school at Susquehanna Township School District.
There you
Graduated 98.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And what did you do after graduation?
I joined the United States Army.
Yeah, you enlisted.
Yep, I
cool.
enlisted. Cool. Construction equipment mechanic. Did basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
How was basic training?
Basic training was pretty awesome. One of my drill sergeants looked like Arlie Ermy, so it was pretty good.
Gunny.
Gunny.
From Full Metal Jacket, for those of you that don't know.
Yes, so I was prepared. So thanks to you and my brother.
Yeah, we enlisted the same day, almost a year before you did.
Yep, so it was good.
Yeah.
Character building.
Yes, it was. It was a lot of character building and character development through those years. So after the Army, tell me what steps did you take in order to get to where you're at right now?
It's a long journey.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very long journey.
Yeah.
So I enlisted in 98.
Mm-hmm.
I did a 2.5-year enlistment. Afterwards, my first husband, anyways, got married and had my daughters, Josa Marie and Iris.
Lovely daughters.
Yes. Moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Lived in Colorado, Bama, Georgia, Virginia.
I forgot about that.
Yep. Moved back to Harrisburg in 2007.
Okay.
Been back ever since.
Okay.
Got
And
married to Bradley in 2010.
oh man, he's back there.
I think I remember the date, but we won't put me on blast.
Thank you, Jeremy, for joining in. And I understand, wow, yeah, your lukewarm water's gone. What do you think of it? I mean, that's delicious.
It's right here.
How's it taste?
It tastes like wet water.
It tastes like wet water. Is it hydrating?
Yes, very much so.
Is it relaxing the nerves right now?
My nerves are fine, actually.
Good. Is it settling the anger? It seemed like you were a little upset about something moments ago. I think that settled that.
Next question, please.
Thank you, Ron, for joining in. Thank you, Patty, for joining in.
Yeah.
Women's History Month. We're almost wrapping up Women's History Month. I have another special guest that's going to be coming on next week, and I can't tell who it is. You got to stay tuned. Maybe you know her, maybe you don't. Mm-hmm. But in honor of Women's History Month, is there any woman, past, present, that has inspired you to do anything that you've done now, currently, or just someone that you admire their struggle?
Oh. These are tough questions. We talked about this, by the way, before, folks. He thought that these were easy questions. These are not easy questions.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Angel, for joining in.
I will say this. There are a lot of women who have inspired me to do what I do. So, did the single mom gig for a little bit. So all of the single mothers out there who are working hard and raising good kids and just, doing their best. You are an inspiration to me. My mother was an inspiration to me. The women in my family are an inspiration to me. So my daughters are an inspiration to me.
Nice. They're pretty active in the community.
They're very active in the community. My boss, I'm going to give her a shout out, Dr. Willis. She's an inspiration to me as a hard working woman. So I appreciate the women that have been in my life who have taught me the value of hard work and dedication to family and community.
There you go. Thank you. That was a beautiful answer. There you go. Is there any events or accomplishments that you may have recently participated in or have taken place?
So this was my first year producing a high school musical.
How was that experience?
It was awesome.
It
was really good, and I will take absolutely zero credit. I give it all to the kids. We had an awesome group of kids who worked so hard. Our directors, Sally, Kyle, and Elizabeth, were amazing. My daughter, Josa Marie, she helped with doing the social media and our website. My husband, Bradley, helped with that. He did our programs and our creative. Iris, she ran the soundboard. Grayson, my stepson, he was the lead. So,
what was the play?
Hello,
Or
Dolly.
musical, I'm sorry.
Hello, Dolly was the musical.
And how long did it run?
What do you mean? How many
Did-
days?
yes.
3.
And where did it run?
At Susquehanna Township High School.
Okay. And
Did you come and see it?
I came and saw the end of one show.
Did you?
I did.
Awesome.
I was standing in the back. I did not catch a full show though.
But
Thank you,
for
Latasha.
coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Latasha, for joining in. And so, with that experience, do you think that opens the door for you for other activities involving the school, as far as any musicals or anything with the band or chorus or anything?
Well, I am a strong supporter of the music programs
Mm-hmm.
in Susquehanna Township School District. I grew up in the music programs
Mm-hmm.
in Susquehanna Township School District. So did my kids. So
You were in the band. You were in the band, correct?
yes, I was in marching band and concert band.
That's right. I was trying to think of concert band. I remember marching band.
I had a lot of bad football games with yours truly here. Not a lot of wins though.
Wow. Yep, you're just gonna throw it in. Yep. Thank you for tuning in. You're gonna throw in shots when you can, huh?
I mean, the marching band, it was a good thing that they were there. So.
Wow. Thank you. Almost said it. Yep, it came this close. So, this is funny. I'm having a lot of fun though. I mean, yeah, even though your little under the table shots are like under the table shots, it's still a lot of fun. Is there any inspiration, anything that inspires you now, or has inspired you in the past?
To what end?
Inspirationally, physically, spiritually, working occupationally, any kind of inspiration. We all have some sort of motivation or some sort of inspiration. Would you like to share yours?
That's a tough question. Let me throw it back at you. What are your inspirations? What are your motivations?
What's my motivation? My motivation is almost a little over 2 years ago, I hit rock bottom, and like I came to my own. I thought I was one way. I thought I was heading in one direction, and then after getting smacked in the face with life, I remembered a lot of the sermons my grandfather put out there, and it's like the more in a negative world and everything's coming down on you, the more positivity that you put out there, the more positivity comes back. So in order to climb out of a dark place myself, I started sharing positive, doing these lives for one, doing the memes, just being an inspiration to other people, just so I could pull myself out of a slump too.
Yeah.
So that's a motivating factor for me. That's something that keeps me moving forward. Doing these lives, putting people out there. Like I'm going to finish up the live. I put on to give a platform to other people. I'll explain that a little later. But that's what motivates me, to help someone else get a leg up or just have a word.
Right.
Thank you, Lauren, for joining in.
I'm not sure that I can specifically pinpoint what my motivations are. Clearly, my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to be better. I have to constantly strive to do better so that I can, you know, just do. My dad used to say that all the time. You know, you got to be the best that you can be at whatever you do. So I try to live my life that way. I think part of just living and growing as an adult, as a mother, business owner, just a community member, you have to go through some things. And you know, recently, my family experienced something very, very tragic for us, and for me, I'm not sure if that's an inspiration or a motivation to do better, but I feel that in order to overcome this very large obstacle that at times feels like the Grand Canyon of obstacles, get up every morning. I don't put my boots on anymore, but you know, put my shoes on, and some days that's what we got. But then, you know, I look at my kids, I look at my sisters, my brothers, and my family, and I realize that while I am going through these things, and my family is too, that I have a lot more to live for. You know, I've got, you know, my band babies.
Yeah.
I've got my musical babies now. I've got my family, so I have a lot to be grateful for and thankful for. I have no idea if I answered your question.
You did.
But there
you
you
answered
go.
it tremendously. I appreciate it. Thank you. You
That's
said you were
what
going to give me a
motivates me.
one-word answer. You gave me a whole paragraph.
You ready for the one-word answer?
Nope. Absolutely nope.
Are you gonna get it? Ready?
Nope.
Yes.
No. So, as we move on, hopefully this won't be a one-word answer. Do you have any goals that you've already accomplished, or have any goals that you're striving to accomplish now?
Yes. So it's
Like what?
It took me a long time to finally earn my bachelor's degree.
Congratulations.
Yes. I mean, it took me probably 10 years, so.
There's no timestamp on it.
It sure is not. My mom actually decided to have a surprise party for me.
Oh, yeah?
When I finally graduated, yeah, which was pretty cool. And she got me this gift, and it was a framed, like, little, I don't even know what it is. It just looks like a picture, and it says, "She believed she could, so she did."
Okay.
And so that took forever, but I'm working on my master's degree now, so that's a goal.
Master's in what?
Master's in education.
Okay.
So I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, but.
Well, you're still growing. You still have, as long as you're moving toward a goal, you'll accomplish it. And once you figure it out, that'll be even that much more better. Because I know.
Can I just time out?
Uh-oh. I mean, you can say time out. It's still live.
What exactly should I be looking at?
I see. We didn't we discuss this off camera?
That's awkward to just stare at.
That's why I said look above it. Look above it. If you can't look at yourself, look above it right there. So you don't have to look down or to the side. If you don't feel like looking at yourself, with making that little monotone face right there, just look above. Yep. There we go.
How could I just stare at you the whole time?
Nah, you could, man. I mean, it doesn't bother me. X-ray vision is going straight through. Like my shirt?
Show enough.
I told you it was going to be a lot of fun. Is there anything else that we missed? I already know what you're going to say, but is there, seriously, is there anything that, having this conversation, is there anything that jogged your memory or anything that you would like to share with the world?
Why did you ask me to do this show?
Because, I almost said it. I find you honestly very inspirational. Whether you see it yourself or not, in a lot of the occupation that I do and the occupation that you do, we've interacted as professionals, as adults, for programs and assemblies, and we've touched the lives of students that we didn't even know. Right. Sometimes we don't know, sometimes we do, and a lot of things that the students didn't know, or some of the things that you didn't know, or some of the things that I didn't know, and having these conversations, it brings light to a lot of issues, whether positive or negative, and it helps make society better, honestly. So, all jokes aside, I know you, I feel comfortable pulling you on the show, I feel comfortable interviewing you, but you have a lot to offer also. That's why. I like that answer. I pulled that one out. Vina, thank you for joining in. Coach Steve has a question.
He's kissing.
Whoa, never mind. Nah, we're not reading that one.
Oh.
No, we're going to skip it.
What's your funniest memory of Clee growing up?
Your eyes work now, huh? A minute ago they weren't working, now they work.
Oh, no, I had to squint to see that one.
Nothing. We're going to move on. Don't have any memories, right? One word and answers, right?
No, we just had, we had a lot of fun growing up.
We did have a lot of fun growing up.
I know Clee loved root beer, growing up, so I just... So, yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And we still have a lot of fun. How about that?
So, like with your brother, we had a lot of code words, and some of those code words, that our whole little language, like you're just going to... Wow.
There's another comment. I'm trying to see.
There's nothing.
Oh, on the thing, there's a comment.
Oh,
I just can't
hold
read.
on. I can't read it all. He's from Asia. Totally agree. She definitely is. Even way back, her being a drum major, she was amazing to watch.
Aw, thanks,
Look
Asia.
at that. That put a smile on your face. Look at that. She's clicking the pen nervously, but
Oh,
put a smile
yes.
on her face.
Sorry.
Sorry. Is there anything else that you'd like to share? How was this live? You said that you were a little nervous at first, but I think you came out of your shell a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. You enjoying yourself? Jamie's on. Thank you for joining in.
Yes.
Remember, like I said, it's Coach Clee, your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite baker. Please check out my website, workwithclee.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube page, Coach Clee. Thank you, Linda, for joining in. If you're not a friend of the Coach Clee page here on Facebook, please tag, like, and share it. Ask a friend to tag, like, and share it. Also on the website, have my book. March 4th is on there. We just had the anniversary of that not too long ago. Josh, thank you for joining in. No Shade All Lights for purchase on there. Got the raincoat on because, it was raining outside. I got some apparel on there. They're trying to hawk me from some apparel at the end of this live. We'll see what we can do.
Listen.
See, you're getting compliments.
I'm just saying.
Ron said you killed it. You did a tremendous job.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, if anyone out there that's watching believes that Clee should let me get this rain jacket when I leave.
It's too big.
That's all right.
It's too big.
We can take it in.
It's too big. No. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm being hustled.
Let's
I'm
get some
being
likes and hearts for that.
Anyway, I put on the put on. And I do this. See, she took me out of my element. I had this platform. I put on the put on. Like I said, if you have a business, if you have a product, if you have a positive message that you want to put out there, please inbox me. We'll schedule an appointment, get you on the show, get you in the lab with the pen and the pad. You can talk about what you need to talk about, and we can have a tremendous time. Yes, like, oh, look at you. See, you get look at this. Exactly.
Well, Shayla just said that you have more inventory.
I do have some inventory. There are clothes.
Absolutely.
I
So
do.
we'll go shopping when
Yeah,
we're done.
that's fine with me.
Let's go.
Got your credit card?
I got the family discount though.
Nah, it's not. It's not
Folks.
Family Stone. Nah,
Folks.
that's not how we do it. I'm allergic. Guess who the special guest is next week? You want to know?
Are they baking?
Nah, they're faking. Wow. Never mind. We're just not going to touch that one at all.
Who's the guest?
No, you got to stay tuned. Tune
Well,
in
you
next
just
week.
asked me,
I
don't wanna
changed
know.
my mind because they're not baking. Got to tune in and see. We've got a special guest and one more guest to wrap up Women's History Month, and then we move on. It'll be April. And yep, that's it. Got the comments flowing now. Woo, these kids are fun one, man.
Aww.
And you got to give me credit. I didn't slip.
Now,
I almost slipped. There was a couple times I didn't slip.
You want to tell him?
I'd prefer you tell them.
I'm not telling him anything.
Can I tell them?
Go ahead. Just get out your system.
What? See, it's not. It doesn't have the dramatic effect now.
It's
It doesn't have.
no.
It doesn't have the dramatic effect now. I don't want to say it now. She has a nickname that I know her as. I know her more of her nickname than I do her real name. I had to off camera say her name. Takia, or
For
Kia.
about 20
Yes, in my
minutes.
head to get it into my subconscious because I didn't want to slip up and say I should. I'm not gonna throw you out there. I'll save it. Not gonna put a nickname out there. But what? Nothing else. We're gonna wrap up. We had a good time. Thank you. Tag, like, and share. We gotta end with the money dance. Ooh, I almost said it right there. We gotta end with the money dance, Kia. Come on, 2 fingers in the ball so hard. We're ending. Yeah, she looks real natural doing that. That looks real good.
So can we just
Thank you for
explain-
tuning in. What?
I did not know what a money dance was. So
Yeah, we had to. I had to
teach
show
me
her
what a
off
money dance
camera. Yeah, we have our own secret handshake. Do you remember it? You want to try it real quick?
Can't play spades either.
Oh, I got a deck of cards like right there too.
Family, it's okay if you don't know how to play spades.
No, it's not.
It really is
no,
okay
it's
if you
not.
don't know how to play spades.
No, it's not. It really isn't. It really
Okay.
isn't.
Well, I do want to thank you for having me on. So this was interesting to say the very least. So I
Thank you for
appreciate
stepping
it.
out of your comfort zone and
thank
doing
you
this.
to everybody who posted comments. I'm having a hard time reading them, but I do appreciate it. So yeah,
Make sure you
thank
interact with me. Once we're done, just comment or say something about it.
I haven't honestly been on Facebook since like
I know.
August.
I
It's
know.
been a long
I know.
time, so.
I know. Your
So.
page had dust on it.
yeah, you got dust on it. You dusty. All right.
Thank you for tuning in,
Yeah.
Facebook. We appreciate it. We love you. We're out of here. Peace.